Alright, so this is a follow-up video for the Acer Predator Helios 300 2020. We're going to try and we'll get some gaming benchmarks to take a look at the thermals and see our FPS or average FPS. The only thing I want to talk about with the laptop itself from my initial review is right over here. This USB-C, I've read the manual and I've done testing. I don't think you can draw a charge from a battery bank or anything like that into the laptop. So it turns out the random person on Reddit was wrong. And according to the manual, this little battery symbol is to represent that this is a charging port. So it's an always-on charging port. You can use it to charge your devices, like if you have a wireless gaming headset or a wireless mouse or something you want to charge. And it'll even it charges with the laptop turned off and the battery unplugged. So if you're out somewhere and need to charge your phone, you can hook your phone up to it and charge, which that's a nice feature to have. Alright, so for our first game, I've got Sea of Thieves loaded up because it's what I've been playing on Xbox. I've got all the graphic settings turned up to max. The game's been going for about an hour now, and even using almost optimizing the entire GPU, still been seeing temperatures haven't really gone above 70, and the fan settings are set to auto. But so at the outpost, I've been averaging about 90. Just out on the sailing, the average has been 115, 120. But we're gonna go fight this ghost fleet and see what that does. Alright, so we're fighting the ghosts here. Got a lot of cannonballs and flames going on. And still seeing pretty good average FPS. Okay, so our next game is actually one of the reasons I bought this computer for the display is CSGO. Playing just deathmatch, and no surprises here so far, getting extremely good FPS, not having any heating problems. Alright, I've got a match loaded up against bots here, just so we can test out the nades, see how it handles that. Heading into the smoke, pretty much no FPS drop. Alright, our next game is Grand Theft Auto 5. Probably the most demanding game I have. Everything's all the settings are turned up. And right now I'm actually letting it run through the built-in benchmark test. And then we'll actually go play a little and see how it goes. Alright, so we're down on the beach in Grand Theft Auto 5. And driving around, I saw FPS average maybe dropped to 80. Driving around in the rain. You can see right there, 1% low, 78. And I have not actually used this yet. We're going to hit the little turbo button here that kind of looks like a power button. And it's going to turn the fans on to max settings and overclock the GPU and CPU. I don't think I've ever seen this little dune buggy in the game before. So I think turbo mode, you can definitely see an improvement. Probably overkill for most games, but nice option to have. So I've been playing all these different games for an hour or two now, and the keyboard is still very cool to the touch. The only part that's really hot on here on the laptop is this metal grate right here. That's the new venting they've added. And it's hot, but it's not uncomfortably hot or anything.
So the final game I play is Valorant, and you're gonna see me just get some stupid FPS here. Average of like 200 something with a low of, I believe, like 150. So shout out to Riot for making a game that looks pretty good, while you could probably play it at a decent frame rate on your mom's 5-year-old hand-me-down Dell XPS. So after getting my footage, I went back and did slightly more scientific testing to get benchmarks on each game. For Grand Theft Auto 5, I drove around on the highway for 10 minutes, getting an average FPS of 84 with a 1% low of 64. For Sea of Thieves, I played a match of Sea Dog Arena with an average FPS of 91 and a 1% low of 70 10 minutes into the match. And for CSGO, I played 10 minutes of competitive on a private server, getting an average FPS of 150 with a 1% low of 87. So overall, I think this laptop's probably going to be able to handle about any game you throw at it and put out decent frame rates. If you have any questions about the laptop, anything you'd like me to check out for you, put it in the comments below. I'll try and get back to you. Alright, thanks for watching.